Welcome to Suite 303. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan, and you're watching the Disability Channel. On the line, we have all the way from Ann Arbor, Michigan, television talk show host, Zach Damon. Zach, thanks for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me, Jay. It is a pleasure.
This is very exciting. Now, I know where technology has this, hey, we do what we can do. So thank you for so much. What we'd like to do is get right into what you do in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and then I'll just follow up with some dynamic questions. So as a television talk show host, Zach, and as a person with a disability, could you please share your day-to-day operations in Michigan and of course, your hosting skills?
Absolutely. So my day-to-day operations, as I am the producer and host of Ann Arbor Tonight, Ann Arbor's late night television program, as well as I was the host for a long time of Ann Arbor Inclusive, which is a disability centered daytime talk show. And then I'm also a voice actor for radio, and I can be heard all across the states, as well as up there in Virgin Radio Canada. So, we're definitely, rooting for Virgin Radio up there in Toronto.
Well, that's great. We're really pleased to have you on the line today. We love Michigan. We love the big house. We love the big house. Oh, yeah, Bo Schemblacher, all the days, Tom Brady, all those things. We'll get into sports in a little bit. What I'd like to do is maybe share our platform with you so your people in Michigan can know what our vision is and what we do. So the Disability Channel, I believe, is the world's first inclusive channel showcasing abilities by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. And we have two strong pillars, that is television, social media, and live streaming. And our main focus is our employment programs endorsed by the Ontario government for persons with disabilities and veterans to get off assistance either part-time or full-time, enter our certified media programs, paid internships, get a skill, get paid, get off assistance, get a job in media. And right now we're showcasing one of our iconic reporters, Dave Stevens, at the Super Bowl. You can go on our website right now, www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. Check out Dave. I believe he's going to be interviewing Rocky Blyer today, former Pittsburgh Steeler and Vietnam vet. So we're very excited. And the reason I'm sharing this is what we want to do now is our head office is now we've come down to the U.S. Our head office is now in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We have a wonderful team there, Kurt and Anna Marie, veteran related, and we would love to bring duplicate what we have in Milwaukee and what we have here in Toronto down in Ann Arbor. So, and Zach, you're going to be our guy. So tell us what you think about this opportunity and share what you feel would be very important tangibles.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I just appreciate the opportunity, Jay, to work with the Disability Channel and really expand kind of your reach, to Detroit and Michigan and then the surrounding areas. Really what I hope to do is be a good connector and be a good bridge for you and bridge for the Disability Channel in terms of success and, getting other people involved so that the program can expand and also so that people in the disability community can take advantage of the wonderful employment opportunities that you provide with the Disability Channel. I think it's definitely paramount that people with disabilities, I can only speak from my experience, but I got to tell you, as a media professional, if a program like that, had been around when I was younger, I definitely would have taken advantage of it. So I hope that others can and that they can be fired up to learn different skills in terms of social media, in terms of podcasting, in terms of editing, in terms of webcasting, all the different skills that you guys train for. I think it's a tremendous thing that you're doing. And, I can't wait to see where it leads in terms of being your guy. I'm excited to be that guy, for right now and, how things build and continue to develop. I'm only excited for you and the future of the Disability Channel.
Well, thank you, Zach. On the show today, we have all the way from Detroit, Michigan, Ann Arbor, television talk show, Zach Damon. As you can see, he's on our show called Suite 303, which is we focus on high-profile individuals. As you can see behind me, we have former heavyweight champion George Chuvalo, who fought Muhammad Ali twice. And also besides him, I know it's a little hard to see, is Frank Sinatra Jr. So you're in good company. Now, I just want to let people know that myself, I have an illness called familial Mediterranean fever. It's incurable. And I think it's always really good awareness and really good kindness. Well, I ask people if they don't mind sharing their illness, their disability, what it is. I think it's really, it helps others with a comfort factor. And sometimes people say yes, and sometimes people say no. So Zach, if you'd like to share your disability with our team and with our viewers, that would be amazing. But if not, I totally get that.
No, absolutely. I'm happy to share it because it's a facet of who I am. I mean, I look at, a disability, it's a trait, just like people have, blue eyes or brown eyes. Different people have different disabilities as well. And so that's kind of how I look at a disability in terms of my own perception of it, is that it's a trait of who I am, but it doesn't define who we are as people. And so I was born with cerebral palsy, and I was diagnosed at 6 months old, and I have spastic diplegia. So what that means is basically tightness of the legs. So it mainly affects the coordination and walking and balance, with my legs and things like that. Now, in the U.S., as of 2018, there were over 250,000 cases of CP. And it's one of the more common disabilities in the United States. I'm not sure for Canada, but for the U.S. it is. And so, that's just a reality. I mean, you hope that as science continues to improve, that birth procedures continue to improve as well, that can, be something that improves. But, I feel very fortunate for the skills that I've been able to develop. I mean, growing up here in Ann Arbor, we pride ourselves on education and how important reading and education is. And so, as long as you're able to really read and learn things and master your mind, I personally feel that you can overcome just about anything as long as you keep your mind sharp.
That's great, Zach. Well, thank you so much for sharing. What I'd like to do, and mention some of your support mechanism and people, because I know you've introduced me some dynamic people along the way already. So please give your supporters and your friends a big shout out too. I think that's very important.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm very grateful for, the Ann Arbor Center for Independent Living. They have a network of CILs or CILs, if you will, all across the United States. And they're basically homes away from home for people with disabilities in terms of talking to young people about, getting jobs, sort of those soft skills about building a resume, doing well in an interview, being able to have the professional skills to present yourself well, different things like that. And then, of course, it's also a great, those centers are a great system of support. I started working with them, Jay, when I was in high school, and I was a part of their, youth advisory committee. And doing that, I worked with other, junior high and high school students and doing different fundraising activities, but also different social activities, because, although media and life takes us in many different directions, disability is still a part of who we are. And although it doesn't define who we are, it's still, an important community, I think, to be a part of. And so, and everybody to each his own, however much they'd like to get involved, but at least acknowledging and knowing that the CILs are available. And then, of course, up there in Toronto, the different resources that you're providing, as well as others, hopefully they can be aware of those and not be, the biggest thing I would say, Jay, is just don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone, because you never know what kind of resources can lead to a better outcome or a better job or, a better apartment or different things. But the biggest key is, you don't know until you ask.
Well, I know a lot. Those are great points, Zach. I know that's great. And along with that, so I know you also have a strong connection to the University of Michigan. I know you have a lot of associates and friends there that support you. And tell us a little bit also about your agency too that you belong to.
What did I belong to? I'm sorry.
You're the New York guys, your acting agency.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, well,
Yeah.
first of all, mentioning the great University of Michigan, where, of course, I'm a bit biased, but we have, we're the college, we're the college that has the American football team with the most wins of all time. We have the only defensive player in college football history to win the Heisman, Mr. Charles Woodson. So, there's a lot of great storied history there, not only with the football program, but all the athletic programs across the board at the University of Michigan. And then, of course, speaking of athletics, I'm so excited and grateful to be involved with the University of Michigan Adaptive Sports and Fitness program at the university. They launched recently, and they're doing a lot of great things. I mean, they have a great wheelchair tennis program. They have a lot of great fitness programs. They have a adaptive equestrian team, which is amazing. So for all of you horse folks out there, I rode Western for about 13 years. So, love getting
Wow.
outdoors and doing that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, the University of Michigan is doing amazing things with their adaptive and fitness program. And Jay, I'm very confident because I truly believe this personally, but we will see varsity sports. We will see varsity adaptive sports programs at universities. And, I'm confident that will happen, and that those particular, athletes in adaptive sports, can get scholarships to study and continue their education.
Well, I know like University of Michigan is probably like top 5 in the country. Like they have such a rich history of education, of course, sports, but just so many other things, along with so many, I guess, great graduates from that school. So if we can support Michigan, we just love. You guys might have the best helmets too. I love all your like you
Yeah.
guys in Ohio State. I know Ohio State. I shouldn't mention Ohio State, the Buckeyes, but I know you guys both put those things on your helmets all the time, sort of thing, after each
Well,
game. So
that's right. So they actually painted the stitching, which is why it's the winged helmet, because it was the stitching that was painted. And the reason the stitching was highlighted and painted, it was so that the quarterback could see the receiver,
see
right?
that? I didn't know that. So thank you for sharing, Zach.
There you go.
Could
Yeah.
you tell us now? Let's sort of move over a little bit and tell us a little bit about your show. Tell us what you showcase on your show. Where is your show? When can they watch it? How often it's on? Just give us some details.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll talk about the first show that you guys are showcasing, which I'm super, super grateful for and excited because it's, I think, a lot of beneficial content for
Oh, thank you.
everyone. But so I'll talk about Ann Arbor Inclusive, which is in, I believe going on 5th season now in production. And Ann Arbor Inclusive is Ann Arbor's local daytime disability talk show. And, I had the wonderful pleasure of co-creating and co-producing that show back in 2015. And, it was a great concept. And I was really hoping that, members of the community were going to kind of get behind it, and they did. And so, I hosted that show for a number of years. And I mean, we had tons of people on from professional wheelchair basketball players, or we had junior Olympians that were in the junior Paralympics and won, medals, bronze medals, silver medals, and things like that in the junior Paralympics. And, basically what the show does is it raises the bar. It says, hey, look, people may have, an impairment or a disability that they have in life. But it doesn't mean that you lower the bar for yourself. I mean, people with disabilities are still lawyers. They're still doctors. They're still Fortune 500 company owners. And, those are the kinds of things I think that all of us can benefit from, is that, we all just have different strengths, and we want to be able to highlight those. So I'm excited to highlight Ann Arbor Inclusive and the great content that the Disability Channel is airing with that. And then also, I wanted to talk about Ann Arbor Tonight, which is Ann Arbor's late night variety television program. So think of, the Tonight Show with Fallon right now, but think of it as a local Ann Arbor version of that. And so it was a big idea when I first pitched it to the studio and things like that. But I'm very grateful to say that, pretty much, we're in season 5 now of production, going on season 5, and we're going strong. I mean, our studio is still shut down. Most of us are still doing remote stuff if we're not a 6-figure big budget production.
Mm-hmm.
And we're a real boots to the ground show. So, we don't have the 6-figure guys behind us and things like that, but we're building. And, the key is we're just having fun and doing our best to build.
Well, this is great, Zach. Like as you're talking, like all the pieces are kind of there. So what we want to do is we want to come down into Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Detroit, and all over Michigan, and just support your wheel that you guys have already created, right? We're not looking to come in and create. We want to support the wheel that's there. So we want to connect with your media platforms. We want to connect with all of your ability organizations. We want to connect with your BIAs, your corporates. We want to connect with your government sectors, philanthropists, public. And what we want to do is implement our employment programs for persons with disabilities and veterans in the state of Michigan, so we can help people get off assistance, part-time or full-time, and get a job, have some, fend for themselves. Everybody deserves that chance for integrity, and, everybody wants to get out of bed and go to work. They just want the opportunity. So that's what we want to do. We want to come down, and through you and through your team, is we want to give people more opportunity to get off the couch and go get a job, right? In media. And then we can send you to the Super Bowl, or we could send you to Major League Baseball or NHL. Or if people do want to find out more information, Zach, please give out your information. Where could they go? Your handles, social media, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So I'm on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook that much, just because it's a big network and there's a lot of different things out there. So I try to stay as positive as I can and everything. So I am on Facebook, but if you do add me, it might take me a while to add you back. But I'm mostly on Instagram and on Twitter. So you can add me on Instagram at ZachDamon1, which is my personal one, or you can follow Ann Arbor Tonight on Instagram at Ann Arbor Tonight. It's all one, basically no spaces, just Ann Arbor Tonight, all lowercase. We have Amazing Blue, A, and yeah, we're on there, and then we're also on Facebook. You can join the Ann Arbor Tonight Facebook group at A2 Tonight, and you can also follow us on Twitter at A2 Tonight. And you can also follow me on Twitter at ZachDamon1. And let's see, what else am I missing? Oh, YouTube as well. You can follow us and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The handle is at ZDamon051. And so if you follow me there, then that should be fine. Let's see. I think that's about it, guys. But anything else, feel free to reach out to me and say hello. If anything, guys, I really hope you get a chance to check out the Disability Channel. Get involved with Jay. Definitely sign up for his employment program so that you yourself can make your own media and become, a media mogul, if you will, because Jay is doing wonderful things. So,
well, that's great, Zach. I really appreciate the kind words. And again, on the show today, we had television talk show host Zach Damon from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Check out his show. It's all over Detroit, all over Michigan, all over Ann Arbor. We're really excited, and we're going to be coming down there with our employment programs, with our media team, with our television, with events, and of course, we're going to give opportunities to persons with disabilities and veterans. Again, Zach, I want to really thank you for joining us today. I want to thank all of our viewers, and if you want to find out more information about our channel, you can go to www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all over the place. Or you can call me personally, 647-339-6847. I want to thank all of our viewers for tuning in to watch Suite 303 as we just interviewed a very high-profile individual from Michigan. Zach, thanks again. We'll see you next time.
Hey, thank you, guys. And remember, attitude is the real disability.
Thanks, pal. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, bud.